let's go to our man. We got Paul in Henderson, Nevada. Hey, Paul, what's going on, brother?
What's happening, gentlemen? How you guys doing?
Doing great, Paul. Man. Yourself?
I'm doing great, man. Starting off the day here pretty good. And I was looking at that ORCL, and right as you guys were talking about it, I had to call in and ask you a quick question about this.
Perfect.
So I want to pull the trigger short on this thing, but you know it's a pretty big gap. I'm wondering, Tom, do you think, and Tommy as well, should we wait for a little bounce here, or you think this thing's going to break this this level right here? It's been down here 3 times already. The volume's picking up pretty good today.
Yeah, I don't sell things when they're down, you know. I mean, so what happens is that when you know, depending on what your style is, Paul, right? This is a confirmation that, yeah, it wants to go lower, right? The mind blow up in markets is that somehow, some way, this will get up there, and you need a couple months. It'll go up there and test it again, and when it tests it, if it tests it with lighter volume, that would be the sell. It's just like see this high volume low here on February 9th. What happens is that, and this is what makes markets. There's plenty of, you know, traders. My take is that they're always going to get tested. There's plenty of traders that think that it's never going to get tested. You know what I mean? So that's, you know, what I'm always trying to do is that say, no, you know, you just come down 10%. Bottom line is that, you know, stay right there, because I'll show you, this tested the highs with light volume. I mean, you know, 877-927-6648. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. We have the Dow Industrials right now. Welcome back, folks. We're talking with Paul from Nevada. We're talking about ORCL. So,
yeah, it's tough to go short when a stock goes down 10% in one day, right? As in, it could be a natural bounce, and the bounce could be 2 to 3% against you, which is a tough.
Right. So when we take a look at this, Paul, I'm going to put this. I'll put it on a weekly first. Well, I'll put it on a daily for a year so you can actually see it. So your first high, you know, you can go back to September 7th of 2017, right? 21 million shares, you know. Then you come off that high with 66 million on the way down. Now, that is in September of 2017, right? Now, watch this. This is just what's always amazing to me about markets.
That must have been earnings as well, I'm guessing, yeah.
And then guess what? You know, goes sideways, gets all the way back up to 52.75. Now, watch the volume.
And that's January this year, yep. January 26th.
14.9 million versus 21. So the correlation there is that, okay, you know, didn't make it. Light volume, that'd be a sell up there, okay?
That was the spot.
Watch. You'll have another one, man. There's so many chances in markets. It comes down again with 25 million. Comes down and gets to a low with 23, right? That was February 9th, okay? When we had 25 million on February 5th. You go all the way back topside again. You do 12.8 million. And what I do is this, Paul. You go 12.8. And then last one was 12.2 going into 21. So 21 into 12 is the number. Then you take this, then what you do is then I put it on a weekly. Because, you know, if you're going to do it, you just say, okay, on a weekly, what do we do? Okay, so you had the high volume, which is sweet, right? That's with the breakout. 50.
In June of 17.
Yeah, so you had 164 million on a weekly. You tested that with 132.
September of 17. Seems like they're all correlating to earnings. You know, it's always March, June, September.
Now watch that. This one. These are weeklies. You tested that on 77. So watch 77, 132, 164, 73. So you're always looking, I'm looking at where is the energy going. Now, what's cool about this is this doesn't happen a lot either, is that you had a long consolidation.
Yeah.
So then you go like this. You can take the top part of the consolidation, you just lay that out. You take the bottom part of the consolidation, you lay that out, and then you go down here and say, okay, what's the volume at the low? 83 million. That's more than we know that was there. And then 105 million. So your probability, you know, is that, guess what? You have more sellers than buyers.
Yeah. And I'll give you the other side of that, Paul, is that, you could short it, of course, as in what kind of a trade are you making, right? Do you really believe that they're not going to be able to compete in a long-term basis in the cloud structure? If that's the case, I mean, yeah, for sure. If you're making a big-time short, but you got to keep in mind if it's short-term, yeah, shorting it after it goes down 10% in one day, it could just be a natural. I mean, what if the people are short, take their profit? What's the short interest in Oracle? Can you pull that up? I'm just curious. It's probably nothing too dramatic.
It won't be a lot.
That's
yeah.
Not even 1%. I don't think.
Right. So that's at least good in terms of.
It wouldn't be because it's a good company.
No, right.
I mean, this company's not going to fall apart. But that doesn't mean you can't go short the company. Also,
Look at that earnings.
Yeah.
Revenue.
Right.
About $40 billion they're going to do in revenue this year with earnings of about $3 a share.
Yeah.
But
I'll be definitely watching this the next couple of days. This thing goes back up with light volume. It's going to be on my radar big time.
Sure,
It'll take longer than that. Now, and this is what you also should do. So, picture, the market came down good yesterday, right? My take is we're building cars today, right? More than likely, whatever this announcement is tomorrow, my take
for the Fed,
is that we'll go down further. That being said, then you're going to get a heck of a bounce again. So you kind of, what I try to do when I'm going trade is trying to put both of those together. That you can find out more about a counter trend than you can actually do about the trend. That's it's how it corresponds to the other side. Well, here, watch this. Let me see what Netflix is doing today. Netflix wouldn't go down yesterday. You have 480.
Yeah.
That's not that much, but you can see Netflix. Netflix would not go down yesterday. Though that's how strong Netflix is.
And look, where did it close there? So it closed 2 days ago at 318.45. It's trading at 318.46, literally. So it's like yesterday never happened in Netflix as well.
Yesterday, so watch. It's not even that bad for Netflix. That's what I mean by a counter trend to Netflix. That was wasn't even a bad day yesterday.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yesterday didn't even happen. We're above 2 days ago.
Right.
That's my point. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you just kind of do that. That I just did that on a stock that's going up, but on the way down, it works the exact same way. That you can only find out more about it when the counter trend moves are actually happening.
Definitely.
Because it'll tell you whether there's more buyers or sellers.
That helps a lot. Thank you. I really appreciate that. So during the break, I was taking a look at ETH, good old Ethereum. It's still underneath that low.
Yeah,
that's serious business then, man. That's interesting.
So that was cool that you gave us a call. We pulled that up yesterday, Paul, and we saw that Ethereum had come below that low. Let's see, are we on? We'll get it on a daily.
So that's serious business then, right?
Yeah, so that low of February 5th was... Where is it? 565, and we went all the way down to 452 on Sunday, and we're still at 533, which is remarkable. It really is. What are you doing with Ethereum?
Right now, I'm just waiting. I think that it's setting up another leg down. We'll have to see how that shakes out. But the Bitcoin that I follow on the Gemini exchange looks like it's also setting up a little bear flag.
So what happens when we talk about Ethereum? That the tokens get made on top of Ethereum. So why is that price so important? Because all those other tokens will go down in price too?
I believe so. As in it factors into that, right.
That's the way I understand it, that all these altcoins that they call them, all these other companies, they're all built on top of the Ethereum platform.
Right.
And Ethereum is like the gas to get their things going. So
they call it smart contracts, right, Paul? I think it's smart contracts that they are able to serve a functionality on top of the process.
Okay.
So it's going to be very interesting because this thing had a really big, several month consolidation back around it broke out of it around 350. There was a really big pennant pattern that took several months to form.
Yeah.
And that's when it really went crazy.
Yeah, so it can go right back to that, Yeah, I can go right back to that. That's, markets love going back to breakout areas. Hey, by any chance, did you see the petrocurrency that Venezuela's making?
Yes.
I heard about that. That's very interesting.
Oh no, it's a big scam.
Oh yeah.
It's
a big scam.
Oh yeah, it's huge. And you know what? First time I ever watched it, you know where I found out about it?
Where?
Vice News last night.
They had a good segment. I saw
they
that.
They had a great segment last night to explaining what it is.
So Trump came out and said it's illegal to trade it, buy it,
Yeah.
which you should.
Oh, totally.
And so the bottom line from that segment, and if people can find it, Vice did a great segment on it last night. And so Venezuela puts out a coin.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to, quote unquote, be tied to oil, right?
Right.
But it's tied to, get this, the price of oil. Well, what's the price of oil? Whatever Venezuela says is the price of oil.
Exactly.
So that means they basically pick a price, and that's what the coin's worth.
Yeah.
So I would stay away from anything that they
it's
put out.
It's the biggest scam in
Yeah,
the world.
Exactly.
Amazing.
Oh, man.
Cooking, brother.
All right, gentlemen. Have a great day, guys.
Have a great one, man. Have a safe one. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back.
There we go.